and thank you all for listening to my speech on why we should stop smoking. Have you ever walked by someone who's a smoker and think to yourself, there's that smell? Well, if you're a smoker and you cannot understand this, that what it means, you will when you stop smoking. That smell, it's repulsive. I can say this because I was a smoker. I started smoking when I was 15 years old, and I stopped when I was 42. I've been stopped now for about 3 years. Today, I would like to share with you the benefits of quitting and how it can affect your health over time. First, I'd like to talk about how quitting smoking can help reduce the risk of dying. According to the National Cancer Institute, Harms of Cigarette Smoking and Health Benefits of Quitting from 2014, it states that there are no safe tobacco products. All forms of tobacco are addictive. On this list is cigarettes along with many other tobacco products, including pipes, water pipes, cigars, smokeless tobacco. Using these products may increase a person to be diagnosed with some type of cancer in their lifetime. However, quitting smoking, if you are diagnosed, will reduce your risk of dying by 30 to 40%. If you're a smoker and you choose to quit, say at the age of 34, you can live up to 10 years longer than someone who continues to smoke. Were you aware that there are at least 250 chemicals in cigarettes that are known to be harmful, and 69 of those cause cancer? According to the National Cancer Institute, Harms of Cigarette Smoking and Health Benefits of Quitting from 2014, there are over 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke. This being inhaled, these chemicals, or even breathing these chemicals, is very harmful to not only you, but those around you. Please look at the list I'm providing for you of some of the chemicals listed and ask yourself if any of these look familiar. The first one that I noticed on that list was arsenic. The reason that stuck out to me is because when I was younger, I remember watching a television show where someone had gotten murdered by the use of arsenic. That's something that causes cancer if your exposure is really high. Well, by smoking those cigarettes, you're definitely adding to your risk. The second one that stuck out to me was formaldehyde. This makes me think of my local funeral home. Isn't this something they use to make embalming fluid to prevent you from decomposition when you die? Ooh, those are just 2 examples of the chemicals that you're putting into your body by smoking. Just remember, there's over 7,000 of them in tobacco smoke. Now that we've talked about the heavier things like dying, I'd like to talk about some of what quitting smoking can do for your health as we age, and some of the daily things that will improve when we quit. While reviewing information for my speech, I ran across an article on benefits of quitting smoking found on smokefree.gov in 2017, and it stated, quitting smoking can help most of the major body parts of your body, from your brain to your DNA. When I read this, I thought to myself, how would quitting smoking help my brain? But then it explained that it would help to break the cycle of addiction, and I never really thought about it like that before. What a great way to start improving your life. One of the things that really grabbed my attention in the article was that when you quit smoking, your immune system will no longer be exposed to the nicotine and chemicals, which will help to improve your risk of getting sick. I'm sure that current smokers know how going out into the elements really helps with that, because you're no longer able to smoke inside of many establishments nowadays. So this will also help to increase your risk by not getting sick, because you're not going out in those elements anymore. The other thing that really jumped out to me was in regards to your lungs. By stopping smoking, you can prevent lung damage, and it also helps to prevent emphysema. For those of you who don't know what emphysema is, I would like to take a minute and explain this to you. My father was diagnosed with emphysema, and I know that there's commercials on television that show a person on oxygen after years of smoking that try to scare you into quitting. I would watch those videos and just watch, but not really pay attention, and go about my daily day, still smoking. However, after watching someone up front and daily who suffers from an irreversible disease like this, it's extremely difficult. They struggle to do daily things like walk from the living room to the kitchen, bending down to put their shoes on, taking a shower because of the steam in the shower, not being able to enjoy the outdoors because it's too much work just to get ready to go outside. And by the time they get ready, they're exhausted and don't want to go anymore. And these diseases continue to worsen as the disease progresses. If you see these things daily and help care for those who made those poor choices in smoking a lot of their lives, I really hope that you'll take a minute and ask yourself, do I really want to deal with these things as I age? Do I really not want to be able to see my granddaughter Gracie in her dance recital? Do I really not want to go watch my little grandson Billy play his baseball game? If you do not want this to happen to you, I highly suggest quitting smoking as soon as possible. In the article from the National Cancer Institute, Harms of Cigarette Smoking and Health Benefits of 2014, quitting smoking reduces the risk of cancer and many other diseases. People who quit smoking have substantial gains in life expectancy compared to those who continue to smoke. Although quitting smoking can help reduce your risk of cancer, emphysema, and COPD, there are many other factors that play into this, such as how much did you smoke, how long did you smoke, if the damage had already been done. Now that we have covered some things that may improve our daily lives and help us to age better due to no longer being a smoker, let's talk about how we can quit. According to Medline Plus and Quitting Smoking 2017, tobacco is the most common preventable cause of death. What are our options for quitting, you ask? Will it be easy? Quitting smoking will not be easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things that I've ever done for myself. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it'll be easy for you. It's okay if you struggle, and it's okay if it takes more than one time for you to quit. The important thing to remember here is that in order to be successful, you have to want to be successful. You need to be ready to quit. It is important for your future. Again, referring to Medline Plus and Quitting Smoking 2017, quitting smoking is important for your health. Your circulation will increase, your blood pressure will start to get back to normal, your sense of smell and taste will return, and your breathing gets better. There are many ways to quit smoking. You can use medications such as Chantix. You can go to counseling. You can use manuals. See, counseling, Chantix. You can quit cold turkey. However, the best way to quit smoking is to speak with your doctor and determine what will work best for you. Now that we have learned that quitting smoking can help reduce your risk of dying and how quitting smoking can help to improve your daily life, and what steps we can take to actually make the first move in quitting smoking, who's going to take that first step? Please show me with raising your hands if you would like to live longer to enjoy your grandchildren, live longer to enjoy your life after raising your own children, and feel well as you age versus being held captive in your home or not being able to even hold a conversation without hurting. I know that when I made the choice to quit smoking, it was because I was not 5 feet from my father, who suffers from COPD and emphysema, and he was unable to breathe. The look in his eyes and the fear of dying when his mind was right, but his body was failing, was enough for me to say, I don't want to be like that when I'm older. I want to be able to enjoy my life and do as much as possible to ensure that my choices that I make will help me to age well and not restrict me. So as I leave here today, please keep in mind that quitting smoking will not only benefit you, it will benefit those around you. Do you want to be responsible for causing a disease or causing a stroke in your child or grandchild from secondhand smoke? I know I don't. If you don't want to quit for yourself, do it for those you love. For those of you who raised your hand earlier, get on that phone, call your doctor, make that appointment. You can do it. I believe in you.